Hey guys, it's Drew again. So basically, on this channel, I just talk about music and art and life, and well, that's kind of it. So for the longest time, I've heard that as an artist, whatever your field might be, if you're a dancer, if you're a painter, musician, if you're an artist, you need an ego. And I mean, maybe you've heard that too, but I've heard that for the longest time. Like I said, I don't even remember where I first heard it. But the more time goes on, well, yeah, I tend to agree with that more and more. I think that having an ego is almost entirely a bad thing. And I mean, in the modern context, sure, yes. Don't, be egotistical. Don't be a jerk. Don't be, full of yourself. But to kind of put your foot in the ring with whatever art you do when there's so many other great artists out there, I mean, that just takes a little bit of ego at least. As a musician myself, I have to accept the fact that bands like Black Sabbath or Pink Floyd or artists like Prince or I don't even Britney Spears, all these artists exist. And I'm again putting my foot in the ring and being like, "Hey guys, look at me. I have something to say." Maybe that's just how I think of it, but you're almost treating yourself as an equal to say Prince, who, I mean, I don't know, maybe a controversial person, but just an insane artist, and that's got to take at least a little bit of ego. But I think you need that as an artist, and as a wider concept, I think the world needs that. Because if there isn't someone out there that feels like they have the capability to progress their art form, then we're just going to stagnate with the art that we already have. And of course, great works of the past will remain great, ideally, throughout time, but we need new things that will kind of fill that space so our future generations have that kind of stuff to look back on. I feel like I'm getting a little bit lost in my own discussion here, but the point I'm trying to make is that artists, and I guess maybe even just people in general, need a little bit or a lot of delusion in their lives to reach the places they want to go. I think maybe it's also a bit of like that manifestation type of thing where if you really believe it hard enough, you will kind of manifest things into existence. Or maybe this is just kind of a hard thing to talk about, being a musician, an artist myself. In the back of my head, I'm always thinking, like, I am the best musician to ever have lived. And sure, maybe I can recognize, like, in real life when someone else is, like, say, better at guitar than me, or, I'm not a very good drummer. There's a lot of people who are better at drums than I am. But maybe, like, more than ego, I think it's that delusion. That's what I'm going to hold on to. Delusion. I think that if you really want to make it out here, as they say, that delusion has to be pretty grand, I would say. As long as you can, like, come back to reality when it's needed and, you're not going to be a jerk to people. Like, you got to think, well, you can't even think that, man, I'm the best musician in this city. You can't even think, I'm the best musician in the entire world. You have to be like so delusional almost to be like, I am the best musician to ever exist in this entire universe. And that's so weird saying out loud because I would never say that out loud like I am right now. But it kind of comes down to the whole thing of like, well, if you don't believe in yourself, who else will? So I guess like in conclusion, you need kind of this what I'll call healthy delusion, this like straddling the line of like overconfidence and ego to really kind of just be an artist. You have to believe that, well, AI won't replace me because I'm irreplaceable type of thing. And if you don't feel that way, I mean, you got to get to that point where you feel that way. Maybe I'm just preaching a little bit here, but me, I'm not worried about AI because AI can't do what I can do. When it comes to, having a career, I guess that's a different thing. That's a little different thing. But I'm getting off topic, so I think I'll just leave it there for now. and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Peace.